This is going to be a little video on how I got my 350Z to around 300 wheel horsepower. I'm going to include all parts and all steps of the process that you pretty much have to take to get there. So first upgrade I did was the Platinum spacer. Mine was not this specific brand, but I'm trying to keep costs down as low as possible and looking back on what was really necessary. So here we go. We got $95.30. So over here I'm just gonna put in $95. So that's step one. Step two, a throttle body spacer. No, it doesn't have to be this specific brand. Probably could pick it up for cheaper than this, but we'll just throw this in here at $120. Next mod is going to be an exhaust. So here's a great exhaust. I highly recommend this exhaust. Huge fan of the ISR performance exhaust. Well made, puts out great numbers, sounds fantastic. It's only $290. So here we're gonna add $300. Next up, you're gonna want some headers. Headers, I don't really care what people say. From my experience, you don't need fantastic $1,000 headers. OBX is a great brand, $230. So let's add that to the list. $230. So we're at $750 now. Next up, some test pipes. Test pipes, I'm just gonna put in roughly $63. So we got plus $63. After that, you're gonna want intake. I mean, this isn't obviously in a specific order. This is just basic full bolt-on package for a 350Z. DE, that is, if you have the HR motor, it's gonna be a little different, not insanely different, but here we got $138 for this. You don't need something extremely fancy. They're all a tube that leads to an intake. That's pretty much it. So don't listen to people when they tell you need a $400 intake. Complete lie. So you got $946. If you really want to get those numbers up at the end and really show off, for what you're gonna have to do here is raise your rev limiter from about 6,700 to 7,100. You're gonna need up rev, so you could get a dyno tune. Here, just for reference, Z1 has Osiris license, $300. So you got $300 plus another $300 for tune. Roughly $600 total for a tune. This allows you to raise your rev limiter. Just a lot of different stuff. You can now add two-step, launch control, burnout, rolling anti-lag for turbo cars, just a lot of stuff. So if you want that specific feature I just said, is an extra $100, so I'm not going to include it because it's not needed to make the numbers. But you're looking at a total of $1,500 to roughly gain 30-40 wheel horsepower on your 350Z. You can gauge if that's worth it to you. It put me in that 300 wheel range at the very peak of 7,100 RPM. To me, not worth it. These are all breather mods allowing you to rev it up higher and continue that power band. But for me, it was really not worth it. I personally don't think $1,500 is worth the jump of 200 and whatever 60 wheel to 300 wheel. And you're not going to feel it because you're raising your power band up to make that number. So you're really just going to rev out higher. Essentially what the HR 350Z does. So that's going to be that. If this is worth it to you, yeah, you're looking at $1,600. That's all installed by yourself on a lot of those parts. If you pay someone to install, it's going to be more money, obviously. But yep, this is how I made 300 wheel horsepower on my naturally aspirated 350Z. Once again, all up to you if it's worth it or not. I say no. Please save your money. You could almost get a used turbo kit at that price. Save up another, $1,000. You have a nice used turbo kit. Make tremendously more power than that, but at the end of the day, it's all up to you. Thanks for checking out my video. See you later.